Hi everybody, it's Jill Blanchett with Green Thumb Stampers. I'm here today for a Finally Friday video. I'm going to try and redeem myself a little bit with this never-ending card tutorial that I tried on my live a couple weeks ago and totally messed up. But I've gotten all kinds of clips that I've made from video trying to get this going. I'm going to video edit them all together and show you hopefully a smooth and seamless way for you to create your own never-ending card and have fun while you're doing it. Today I'm going to show you how to do this never-ending card. I've made it smaller so that it will fit into an A2 envelope, but you can also make it a little bit larger. Here's a 6x6 version, and I cut mine down to 4x4 just so that I could fit it into that envelope. So it's a never-ending card because it just keeps opening and opening and opening, and then it goes right back to the beginning. So I'm going to show you how to do this, and I'm going to set it over here. Like I said, mine is 2 pieces of 4x4 cardstock. I have Calypso Coral and Bermuda Bay, just to show a little bit of the difference in the two for seeing how it folds and stuff. So you're going to take your trimmer, and you want to score on each side at 1 inch. And turn it again and cut it in half at 2 inches. So that you have the score marks on each piece. So we're going to score at 1. And with this trimmer, I can just put it down here. We're going to score again at 1. We're going to turn it and cut it at 2. So now we have 2 sets of papers that are 2 inches by 4 inches. Go ahead and just fold on your score lines real good on all 4 pieces. Like that. And the last one. Okay, now you want to set 2 pieces horizontal, and then you're going to glue the other 2 pieces on vertically. So you can use either the tear tape or some green glue, or the extra, the Seal Plus is going to be good because you need something strong that's going to hold them in place. And you just want to put a little dab of glue on each of the top and the bottom corners. Not a lot. And then you're going to glue on one of your other pieces in the vertical. So put them on the corner and then down in the lower on the corner. And then give them a second to dry. And you can come over and do the same thing on the other half. Put a little bit of glue in the 2 corners. And then glue the piece on the vertical. And you just want to make sure also that the 2 pieces are not going to overlap. Let's make sure that they look good on this side. You want them to kind of touch your corners, but we want to make sure that they're not going to overlap or they're going to hit when it goes to open. And I can see that this one is going to overlap a smidge. So we will want to try and trim that up. So now that it's all glued down, I trimmed a little bit off of that. The glue is dry. It was catching. But I wanted to trim a little bit off so that it didn't catch. So now we've got our card. Just make sure that all your score lines are creased real good. And then there you go. And see, I could show you that this card, when I made this card, I knew that I wanted this to be my last page. And so I would want to make sure on this one that I'm opening it the same way. When I made my live video, it didn't go quite as planned with the layout. So I started with these, and I'm just gonna put on a couple, the little 3/4 inch squares into the corners, just so you can see how it kind of comes together. Just gonna leave that. And the best thing is going to be for you to like play with it. I've done this a couple times now, and it is very easy. If you kind of fold one panel differently, it will end up upside down and backwards. So I knew that this was going to be my last panel, and that if once I fold this up, it's going to be my first panel. So this is where I knew I was going to start. So these are 3/4 inch by 1 3/4 inch panels on these 4. These are 1 3/4 inch square panels. So I used a DSP for that one, and then just plain white for a sentiment on this one. So then when we're going to open it to this next layer, we need again the same thing. We need 4 of the 3/4 by 1 3/4 strips, and then 2 1 3/4 inch squares. I am using the There's Nothing Like stamp set, and I'm making mine like a feel-good card. And the very first stamp set that I used was the new two-tone Flora for the first this sentiment. Okay, so for a feel better kind of day, consume coffee. So, and then after this one's decorated, you'll open it up again. Cookies make everything better. And so on this one, I did 4 3/4 inch squares and 2 3/4 by 1 3/4 inch strips. And I'm just going to show you, I'm just going to decorate these 2 strips to show you. You could leave them blank if you want, because the next and final flip of the card, we're back to the last page, and these 2 strips are used on that page. So again, you could leave it all white, but then it's going to show. This will be the white up here and down here. So I thought it would look cuter to put the little strip up there and then just make a little 3/4 inch by 1 3/4 inch white with sentiment for there. And then down here on the bottom, what I ended up doing for the card on the video was I made this one a little bit more to the 2 inch wide and the 3/4 inch, and then or 1 3/4 inch, and I folded it in half to give you a little bit of room to write something on the inside, because otherwise there was no room to write anything. And then so it finishes off with, and I'm pretty sure cocktails will too. And this card, cookies make everything better, and I'm pretty sure cocktails will too. But you can decorate it, you know, however you want. I spent time trying to put all the little words in this set together to make this flow, but you don't need to. You could just say thank you, appreciate all you do, you're the best, and then just something inside there. But so there's our never-ending card tutorial. Again, like I said, it's very, very easy to get it switched around backwards and upside down by just flipping something the wrong direction. And I was just going to try and see if I could get it backwards for you. So, okay. So just by flipping this like this, just by flipping it this way and then accidentally flipping it like this, now we're totally upside down and backwards. And the words, even if we turned it this way, the words are on the other side. And so it's all upside down and backwards. It still works. You just have to decorate differently. So just pay attention to where you're starting and how you want it to flow, and just do your best to stay on track with your flow, and everything will be okay. I hope that you give this a try. Try maybe on plain white paper and give it a shot and make sure that it's going to work for you. Get your words all figured out and ready to go, and have fun with it. If you do make it, please post it for all of us to see. Thanks, guys. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you give it a try, please. And if you do, please post your creation on my Facebook group called Green Thumb Stampers Creativity in Bloom. It's there for you to post whatever you're working on for everybody to see, but we'd like to see your never-ending cards and how they turned out, how you decorated them. So please post them there. Thanks for watching. And you guys, it's Christmas this weekend, so you have a very Merry Christmas. I'll be back again. Until then, have fun and be safe.